Dear students, last time we have seen the basic aspect of financial accounting. In that, we have seen that the introductory part about accounting principles, meaning of accounting principle, definitions of accounting principle, characteristics of accounting principles, generally accepted accounting principles, and basic principles of accounting. That aspect we have completed last time. Today, we are going to discuss here about the accounting concepts and conventions. You are aware that accounting principles are usually the concepts and conventions which have been adopted as a general guide by the accountancy profession. There are number of concepts in accounting and they are modified by certain conventions. So we are required to see the accounting concept. A concept is a notion. The term concept denotes the basic assumption or proposition or prediction or conditions on which accounting is based. Hence, accounting concepts are the innovative ideas for providing a strong support to systematic and scientific accounting. These are commonly associated with the theory and practice of accountancy. These can be classified as follows. First is natural, that is matching cost with revenue is a natural concept. All of you are aware that the revenue of organization is a source of income of the organization and thereby accordingly matching cost with revenue is a natural cost concept in accounting. Second is real, that is practical. Third is ideal, that is theoretical, and fourth is borrowed, that is concept borrowed from other disciplines. It means these are the accounting concepts and these concepts are used in accounting for the purpose. Then second is accounting conventions. The term convention denotes customs or traditions. Convention refer to a statement or rule of practice which by common consent expressed or implied is employed in the solution of a given class of problem or guides behavior in a certain kind of situation. Examples of convention, certain conventions are there in accountancy, such as debit to the left hand, credit to the right hand. In balance sheet statement, when on liability to left hand side and contrary asset is to right hand side. As well, expenditure in profit and loss account on the left hand side and income is on right hand side are the example of these conventions. And these conventions are followed in the accounting when the people are performing the accounting work in the organization. The accounting concepts and conventions are, there are certain conventions and concepts. These are as follows. The concepts and conventions consist of first, money measurement, second, business entity, third, dual aspect, fourth, periodicity, fifth, realization, sixth, matching, seventh, accrual or cash, eighth, consistency, nine, conservation, 10, materiality, 11, going concern, and 12, historical cost. These are various concepts and conventions applied in the accounting. Thereby, it is necessary to our point of view see in brief these various concepts and conventions which are followed in accountancy for the accounting purpose. The first concept and convention is money measurement. In accountancy, all transactions are recorded in terms of money. Money has to act as a means of indicating the value of the commodity in exchange or prices. Money is used as a measuring unit for financial reporting. It makes accounting information more meaningful and useful for analysis of financial statements. These are example is that suppose the business organization has 10 acres of land, 10,000 square foot building, 10 motor trucks, 5,000 tons of raw material, etc. If you get this information as a 10 acres land, 10,000 square foot building, 10 motor truck, 5,000 tons of raw material, this does not give proper idea of the property of the organization. The comprehensible meaning will follow only when each aspect is accounted or valued in term of money. And when it is valued in term of money, then we get the idea of the financial position of the organization. However, some of the aspects cannot be measured in terms of money. It means some of the aspects are not measurable in terms of money, such as efficiency of management, sales and pricing policy of management, working condition, etc. The qualitative aspect of the business cannot be measured in terms of money, but that qualitative aspect have also due importance in the organization. So these are also to be considered in accountancy. Second is that business entity. Business entity, it means it is also called as a separate entity concept. It means a firm is regarded as a separate and distinct from the owner of the organization. Suppose Mr. X is a person, he having business, and his business name is suppose Mr. Suyok Traders. That time this Suyok Traders have the separate entity rather than Mr. X. All the transaction of the business are recorded separately without mixing in private transaction of the owner. The business accounts are of business only. The example is that suppose the proprietor draws some goods from business for personal use, then it is not treated as a sale. It is not treated as a sale. It is treated as a drawing by the proprietor, and such amount of the goods which is used by the proprietor for personal purpose debited to drawing account and reduced from his capital account. It means the business entity, the concept is always followed at the time of accounting in the organization. Next aspect is that dual aspect. It means all business transactions are regarded as having a dual aspect. The balance sheet shows the financial position of the business at one point of time. Its right hand side represent the assets and left hand side represent the sources of these assets. The assets are always equal to capital and liabilities. It means that those assets acquired by the organization, these are acquired from the capital available of the proprietor or person, and some of the funds which are raised by the person from other sides. It means in other words, one account is debited while the other account is credited with an equal amount. It means every transaction has a twofold effect. One is debit and another is credit. And contrary, when credit is there, that time same type of debit is there. It means this aspect is a dual aspect. Next term is periodicity. The term periodicity refers to segmentation of the existence of an organization into time period. This time period is called as accounting period. At the end of each such period, the final accounts are drawn to find out the profit or loss during the period and the financial position at the end of the said period. Such period is either 1 year, 1 quarter, half year, or year. And at that period or at the end of the period, the accounts are prepared, operational results are ascertained, financial position is presented or shown for the purpose of various financial decisions. Next concept is realization. As per the realization concept, The profit on sale is generally regarded as earned at the time when the goods or services are passed on to purchase and the purchase incurs the liability for that. The concept of realization does not only mean the receipt of income in cash, but the income is also said to be realized as a right to receive the income gets created. This concept is realization concept. Following are some exception to this concept in which anticipated or unrealized profit should not be taken into account, whereas expected losses are taken into consideration. Second is income like interest, rent, etc. are credited to profit and loss account on accrual basis. Third is that in case of hire purchase sale is said to have been made to the extent of cash received by way of installments. And fourth is in case of assets, cost concept is adopted in the accountancy. Next is matching. The term matching indicate the close relationship that exists between the cost and revenue. The matching concept requires that the revenue and the cost incurred to obtain that revenue should be properly matched. This concept states that the account should be presented at fixed intervals regularly. This will helpful for measuring the business performance periodically. Because for establishing the control over the business activities, it is necessary that to understand the performance periodically, and so for understanding the performance periodically, matching concept is used in the business. Next is accrual or cash. The concept of accruing income and expenses is fundamental in modern accounting method. The essential of the accrual concept is that profit is measured by operating transactions that affect owner's equity when revenue is recognized at the time of sale rather than at the time of collection of cash. This is reflected to as a accrual basis of accounting, or accrual accounting means the system of recording revenues whether they are received in cash or not and expenses whether they are paid in cash or not. In other words, the outstanding prepaid, pre-received expenses and income are considered under this concept. This accrual or cash, these are used for ascertaining or understanding the real operational result as well real financial position of the period for which the accounts are maintained by the organization. Next is consistency. Consistency refers to accounting policies, methods, rules and practices should remain unchanged from one year to another year. If consistency is followed, then only the result of business concern can be compared from one year to another year. If consistency is not followed, then it is not possible to make the comparison of the result of the organization. And if comparison is not possible, then such financial information is not useful to the parties to whom it is necessary. Consistency has to be followed in particular in respect of following procedures. First is calculation of depreciation, valuation of material, and treatment of revenue and capital expenditure in the business organization. Next is conservatism. The first convention is that anticipate no profit and provide for all possible losses. On this basis, closing stock is valued at cost or market price, whichever is lower. Provision of reserve for doubtful debt, provision against fluctuation in the price of investment, and profit is not credited unless it is realized. These are based on the conservatism. Next is materiality. Materiality means the relative importance and is related to the convention of disclosure. Disclosure is necessary in financial accounts only for material facts. Materiality is of two kinds, materiality of information and materiality of accounts. The principle refers the cost of accounting of transaction should not be more than the amount of transaction. This is the materiality concept. Going concern concept. Going concern concept is also called continuity concept. It implies that accounting is made on the assumption that a business will continue in future and will use its property in operation rather than sell it. The assumption is that the business will continue trading over a long period of time. Means those assets acquired by the organization are not for sale purpose. These are used by the organization for long period of time for conducting the activities of business, and this going concern is applicable in accounting as a concept. And last concept is historical cost. Historical cost is implies that it implies that the resources of a business are to be recorded at their cost. The market price, realizable value, etc. should not be considered while recording the transaction in the books. This means that the amount recorded should not be depend on the wishes or whims of any particular individual. It should be based on the objective evidence, and these objective evidences are followed for recording the cost of the business or cost of the resources of the organization. These are various concepts and conventions which are followed in accounting, and on the basis of this conventions and concepts, the accounting is made in the organization. By this way, we have seen here various concepts and conventions of accounting. So the next time we'll see emerging trends in accounting. Till the time we stop here. Thank you.